The traditional way of conducting a drug trial is given a number of patients, usually half the patients are assigned something like a placebo or the existing treatment, and then half are given the new treatment. It doesn't allow for the fact that perhaps the new drug isn't as effective as it might have been, or perhaps it's even more effective than people might have thought going into the trial. What it leads to is a number of different patients having to go through either the placebo or the drug treatment. And some of the time the patients might be hurt because they're on the placebo, they're not getting treatment. And while they're not getting treatment, their disease can be progressing. I had been part of a clinical trial because I have high cholesterol, hypercholesterolemia. I'd been part of one of those clinical trials in which case half the time I was on a placebo. And I wasn't being treated. And I know that when I'm not being treated, my cholesterol is 2 or 3 times as high as it is when I'm being treated. And given that my father had died from atherosclerosis, and he was quite young, I didn't want to have long exposure to high levels of cholesterol. I think I would be more comfortable if I knew that going through the trial, they were also considering the effectiveness of the treatment, and if the treatment was being recognized as being very effective, that it would be more likely that I would get that treatment. The way adaptive trials have been set up in the past, they only look at basically single patients at a time without looking at what can be learned from all the other patients in the trial. Our procedure wants to learn from all the patients in the trial, and it also wants to give patients as effective care as possible while they're undergoing the trial. So we see it as combining the effects of learning about what are the best treatments, as well as giving patients access to what's recognized as the best treatment during the course of the trial.